Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Gran Turismo 7. So the legendary Mazda 787B is back in the Legends car dealership once again. And I never thought I'd say this, but honestly, do not buy this car. Yes, the 787B may just be the best car in the entirety of Gran Turismo 7. It's also one of the most reliable money grinders out there. However, if you wait till this weekend, you can actually get this car entirely for free. Does seem that Polyphony's pulling a bit of a sneaky one in the run up to the World Series. However, before we do get into the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe and turn your notifications on so you don't miss an upload from me. So waking up today, checking the Legends car dealership, and there it was. The 787B is priced at 3.3 million credits and is entirely buyable. But yes, you can save yourself that 3.3 million credits by just waiting a few extra days. Now, in terms of the stats of this thing, it's a Group 1 car with a PP rating of 839. Now, in terms of the power, 690 brake horsepower, 830 kilograms, and is naturally aspirated. And of course, does that beautiful rotary scream. Now, honestly, I would usually tell you to snap this car up as soon as it appears. It's probably one of, if not the best car in the entirety of the game. However, if we head over to the World Series page, you can actually see that this is the free car reward for the viewers campaign for the Saturday live stream. As long as you view it, I believe up until I think Monday, you will actually receive the car as a free reward on the Tuesday. So you can snap this car up for entirely free just by waiting that extra week. So with that out of the way and done with, let's talk about what actually makes this car so fantastic to begin with. Of course, if we're talking the real world history, this was the 1991 Le Mans winner. It did give a surprise victory to Mazda and remained the only Japanese manufacturer to actually outright win Le Mans all the way up into the late 2010s when Toyota eventually did it, with the kind of grid dropping off. So overall, the 787B remains as an absolute motorsport icon. This car has been plastered across many titles. However, when it comes to Gran Turismo, it's pretty much a poster boy for the series. We've seen tons of special edition stealth models of this thing ever since the days of around about GT4 onwards. This thing has basically become a Gran Turismo poster boy. So in the context of Gran Turismo 7, what makes this car stand out from everything else and all the other vehicles in game? Number one, we have the iconic rotary scream, sounding better than any F1 car ever made. I will honestly argue that all day, that the 787B is perhaps, if not the most iconic and beautiful sounding race car to ever exist. And we get that absolutely perfectly in Gran Turismo 7. But the main draw to this vehicle is, of course, the way it actually plays. I'm talking about that tyre life and that fuel usage, which is absolutely miles above pretty much everything else in game. The only cars that can match it are actually, realistically, the VGT concept cars, also made by Mazda. Those things pretty much share everything from the 787B, just tucked into a futuristic context. But of course, the 787B has been one of the most reliable grinding cars in the entirety of the game. Especially when it came to the previous physics in game, this was actually one of the standout cars. It was ridiculous and could complete the Sardinia grind in a matter of minutes. It was an absolute rocket ship at 800 pp. However, it has recently received a bit of a nerf, but not so much that you can't go and grind millions upon millions of credits with this thing and also listen to the iconic scream as you're driving along. It's an incredible vehicle at 800 pp and definitely my personal go-to. And I think a lot of you guys will agree that when it comes to any 800 pp race, just bring out the 787B. Most of the time you don't even have to pit and you can just do it in one quick succession. Honestly, the 787B in terms of the gameplay and what it provides to this game is massively iconic for GT7. So when it comes to the single player portion of GT7, this is absolutely a must. But it doesn't just end there. We also have how strong this car is when the Group 1 category rolls around to some of the game's faster tracks. Of course, I'm talking about the likes of Le Mans and Daytona. where this car absolutely shines above everything else. For some reason, when BOP is put on this vehicle and we're limited to the kind of Group C machines through the likes of the World Series or some of the online time trials, the 787B absolutely rocket ships away. It's ridiculous just how good this car is. And of course, the great thing is, even when it's under BOP, the 787B retains that incredible tyre life and fuel consumption, again making it an insanely strong car for realistically any of the Group 1 BOP racers. Again, mainly the only time we'll see the 787B and the likes of online time trials and World Series is actually when it's coupled together with the rest of the Group C legends. But still, even then, the 787B stands out above everything else in game. So I tried to do a little bit of maths when it came to GT7, the amount of mileage I put on my 787B, or at least one of them, and overall just how many credits I've earned back from this car. Now, I bought this car when it was around about, I think, dot on 3 million credits when the game first released. I believe the price has kind of risen slightly since then, but I did kind of grab it the first time it ever rolled around in the Legends dealership. Now, I went back to try and figure out how many miles it is per run at the likes of Sardinia and the Spa 800 grind, and then of course try and minus that against the set mileage for the car. Now, in terms of the overall money I've earned with this one single vehicle, I believe it's in excess of around about 70 million credits, which is just absolutely ridiculous from a car that I paid 3 million credits for, and a car that you guys, if you haven't already, can get for entirely free. You are practically running a profit-making machine and one of the all-time great grinding cars for the entirety of Gran Turismo 7. Honestly, for me, the 787B is of course iconic in the real world, iconic in the prior Gran Turismo games, but when it comes to Gran Turismo 7, it stands out to me as perhaps one of, if not the best version of the 787B we've ever seen. It's incredible. So yes, it may sound like I'm giving the 787B all the praise in the world, and that's because I am. For me, this is honestly motorsport perfection and one of the best cars in the entirety of Gran Turismo 7. But honestly, I would just have that bit of extra patience and go ahead and just enter the viewers campaign this weekend. All you have to do is literally click on the button for a matter of seconds and it will register your entry. After that, you just need to wait until Tuesday for your prize to be delivered entirely for free. If you do it a little bit after that time, I believe it's like Monday 4 PM, then you'll actually receive it at a later date. However, you can still get the car entirely for free. So definitely go ahead and do that this weekend. A big thank you to all of my channel members for their continued support on this channel. If this video did help you out or you just enjoy the content, then feel free to join them and become a channel member today. A massive thank you to you guys watching at home. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Take care, guys. Peace.